It's early spring in Virginia, and this field in Halifax County, dedicated to serrano and jalapeno peppers, is almost ready for the growing season. Plastic helps maintain moisture levels in the soil and deter weed growth. Rows with black plastic will be planted earlier in the season to help keep the plants warm in cool temperatures. The rows with white plastic are planted later to help the pepper plants stay cool.
All these beds have been fumigated under. So we'll come in with a water wheel planter on our schedule, and it'll poke a hole. It's got a little wheel that turns on the plastic, will poke a hole in it. We plant 2 rows on each bed. They'll be 16 inches apart. So twin 16-inch rows.
The Reese family has been growing and selling fresh produce like tomatoes, squash, cucumbers, sweet corn, and watermelon in Halifax County for about 30 years. This year, about 25 of their 350 acres will be hot peppers. They sell produce in their family store and also to commercial buyers.
And really what we grow depends a lot on what they want. If they ask us to grow some jalapenos or serranos or things like that, and that's the reason we grow them, is because they've suggested to us to grow them because they think they can sell them. Per bushel, I would say it is as profitable as anything, but the volume that we move is not as significant as something like corn, where we move, loads and loads of corn, truckloads. We don't do that with hot peppers, so it's just not as high a volume. But there are niche markets on stuff like that, and it's valuable, but just in that significant niche.
While jalapeno, serrano, and Tabasco are some of the more well-known and beloved hot peppers in the state, Virginia Tech's Professor Sean O'Keefe explains that they aren't the hottest peppers out there. The really hot ones are somewhat hard to find.
It's very difficult to actually find them in the grocery store because very few people are interested in that type of really hot pepper, like the ghost peppers, and that's around about 1 million Scoville heat units, or scorpion peppers, maybe 1.2 million, or Carolina Reapers, which may be over 2 million in the Scoville heat unit scale. And the Scoville heat unit scale, SHU, is the maximum dilution that you can have and still taste a bit of heat. So if a Scoville heat unit score is 1 million, that means it can be diluted by 1/1 million, and you still notice it is spicy.
For reference, habanero peppers range from 100,000 to 350,000 SHU. Tabasco and cayenne peppers range from about 25,000 to 50,000 SHU, while serrano peppers range from 10,000 to 25,000 SHU.
I'll buy habaneros and serrano peppers from time to time, but usually for the really hot peppers like the ghost peppers and reapers and scorpions, I'll grow them myself, and that way I get them fresh.
As part of their research, Virginia Tech food and science technology students study food and flavor chemistry. When working with hot peppers, they use the Scoville heat unit scale to determine the amount of the heat-producing ingredient capsaicin. Professor O'Keefe prefers a more simple approach.
When I do research on my own, I tend to just use a scale hot enough, not hot enough. And if it's hot enough, I get the hiccups, and I get the hiccups on the first time I taste it. If it's not hot enough, I won't get the hiccups.
With all that heat, some backyard gardeners might shy away from planting hot peppers. While it is safe to grow and handle hot peppers, it's smart to follow a few precautions.
Not dangerous by any means, but those peppers are hot. You can't. If you go out there and handle those peppers, you're going to want to wash your hands when you're done, I think. It's going to be hot. If you touch your eyes after picking those, you're going to know it.
The maximum heat level would be around 2.2, 2.4 million on the Scoville heat unit scale. At that level, they definitely have a very strong effect on humans. So you can start finding that you start breathing funny, you turn red, you get the hiccups if it's hot enough, and it can have negative effects. Lethal effects, no. I've not heard of any cases where somebody has died because of eating hot sauce that's too hot.
So, whether you're buying your hot peppers from growers like the Reese family, or you grow them in your backyard, rest assured that beyond the hot flavor, itchy eyes, and maybe some skin irritation, even the hottest of peppers are safe. In Halifax County, Virginia, this is Barry Ridgway reporting.